Here we go for the finale of Aero for Season 3. We are here for Abu Dhabi, which is by far the worst racetrack known to mankind. But, fortunately, we have to race there today. So, sort of a win-win. But, you know, I guess the good news is that I get to race, but the bad news is it's not a track I like. So, hopefully we can call this damage limitation. We can just try to succeed with any position we can get. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was very fun to make, and I will see you guys at the end of the video to talk about the race. So anyways, enjoy the race. And here we are for the qualifying session here around Abu Dhabi. And we are here for the finale of Aero. This is Season 3. This is the last race for them as we approach the Season 4 of next season. So this should be pretty exciting, but here we go for our first flying lap here. And yeah, like I said kind of in the beginning of the intro, this track is not my best friend. I have never had good luck around here. Go back to LDR of F124, me and Reimer, if you guys remember that race, we both basically were dead last in qualifying and the race. So this track really does not suit me. It probably suits Reimer a little bit more. Maybe I just had the skill issue that day, but obviously this is now, so that is in the past. So hopefully we can kind of break this this curse that we have around here. But so far this first lap, it's a purple sector 1, it's a green sector 2. It doesn't feel too great though, because I've had a couple of moments on the lap of just kind of fighting with the car. So honestly, it's more of just, you can just see more fighting with the car on the exit, and it's a 123.3. So that's not the best of starts so far, as somewhere into like a 122 is what we possibly need. I'm half a second down. We gotta find some pace. As now we approach our second flying lap, we're gonna burn all 3 sets of softs. This track is probably gonna be a 2-stop race to a 1-stop race, so it's gonna burn all these sets of softs that we have. We probably won't see him in the race, but who knows. So anyways, we'll just try to find some time. We're so far already up by a 10th. Yeah, we're so far sitting P7, so we are in the struggle bus. But the gap between, I think, 2nd to 3rd, I think it's only split by like a 10th. So we can easily slide up into P3 if we kind of nail this lap. And judging by what you just heard, I'm not sure what happened there. It just had a rear like lockup. It honestly just felt like rear locking just kind of happened. And I was kind of told to take the curb on the outside, but don't think that was really the right call. We're so far up by 3/10, 2 purple sectors, but obviously this lap does not feel too great at the moment. But so far, I mean, the car, it's not handling too well. Oh my god, had a massive moment there, and we lost, wow, arguably so much time, and that's invalidated us, and we're gonna have to back off, and we're gonna have to go again. So that lap would have been pretty decent, but just a massive slide, and that was mainly the thing I was experiencing, was just the amount of sliding I had. So now it's time for our final push lap here. So this lap is going to have to count. I mean, this lap is really going to have to count, because if this lap doesn't count, then we are genuinely pretty screwed. So this lap has got to make ends meet. But so far, here we go, as there, another snap with the car, and just does not really respond too well to the curbs. I feel like at this track as well, the curbs are just kind of making the car feel pretty unstable, but just trying to use up every little bit of track width I can get. Was told to kind of use a little bit of this line on the racetrack here. Not really sure if I like it. I mean, it's less bumpy, but I'm not really a big fan of it. So we kind of just put 2 tires on there to see what happens as we approach now. We're going to take this now in 2nd gear, maybe to get better rotation, as yes we do. 2nd gear I found to be a little bit better in there than 3rd gear. And I just kind of stuck with that, but still kind of playing with the delta. But this lap, it's not as good as what, you know, we had on that previous lap before, you know, we had that moment. So this lap, we're only up by a 10th now, so this isn't looking too great so far, but we just keep on approaching now and just trying to get this car to the finish line for the last run. And tires are really starting to overheat really bad, and the rears I think are already at like 206, so they are screaming in pain. So we just have to try to just make this lap a good, just honestly just anywhere in the top 5 would be pretty nice. But final corner now, as we're going to approach the line, and we slot into P5. Oh man, just can't get this track down. I'm really struggling here. We did move up though, so I mean we did move up many positions, but yeah. I don't know. I just can't really get this track. So yeah, couldn't really get any momentum in qualifying, but we're so far starting up in the top 5. That's pretty good. Now it's time to talk strategy. Two-stop race. Yeah. I'm gonna go for the one stop. Make up my secondary. So we got soft being used, we got mediums, hard. Yeah, hopefully this is not like Baku where it just was constant slip. Alright, so I got a hard compound here, got a hard compound there. Yeah. Alright. So. Yeah. Well, we've got strategy, we got that all planned out. Now it is time to race around Abu Dhabi, and we are underway for the finale. Pretty abysmal start, not really that great of a launch off the line. We're just not gaining any positions whatsoever, but pretty decent start actually ahead of the Sauber there, so that wasn't too bad, but was not a great launch off the line. And just trying to just stay ahead of the kit car, yes we do. And we now can slot in and just tuck in and just kind of wait and see what happens I get to this point. So this track, it's not easy to overtake. Not too many great opportunities for overtaking here. To be fair, the new layout does help, but honestly, I'm not even a big fan of this track. So I think overtaking is going to be pretty rough here tonight in Abu Dhabi, but we'll try to make ends meet. So like I said, no slipstream. That's going to be pretty tough. But, you know, we will figure out something if we can. So far, Ethan Turfy, so far, he's up there actually racing with the leader at the moment. And that is actually one of the Haas. I think that's a Yeman's Nightmare, Yenam's Nightmare, something like that. I don't know how you pronounce his name. But I think he's one of the championship contenders. So he's going to be pretty quick here. But obviously we have both of the KLR boys as there as well. And we get our first track limits warning so far. And yeah, that corner has been kind of my Achilles heel. Just cannot get the rotation through there. And obviously it being very bumpy through there does not help whatsoever, and kind of missed the apex there a little bit on the exit. And you're kind of seeing a little bit of this race going on. One thing to note, I apologize for the audio cuts in the gameplay footage. That was a bug in the game. I'm not sure why it was like that, but the kind of the bugs and just the weird audio cutout was honestly really weird. So I just want to apologize for that. But yeah, no, so far, I mean, it's just, again, it's a DRS train, but KLR is going to make an opportunity here on Ethan Turfy, and Turfy's going to slot into fourth. So obviously that's a former driver that we do know, as we actually technically hit the back of Turfy. Was not my intention there. But KLR and Turfy are kind of going at it, but we're going to pounce on Turfy here. Turfy's actually gone softs, so he's going pretty aggressive. So we're going to try to go around the outside here of Turfy. We'll see if he backs off, or he's going to let us have it. We're going to have to go around the outside if we can. Turfy, he does back off, and he lets us have that position. So KLR, see what his pace is. Obviously, we have CTP Foxy, and that is, I think, the Haas. I'm not even going to try to say it. I'm just going to call him Nams. That's what I'm going to call him, Nams, because I think that is his name, or middle name. So, but yeah, lap 4, he has a horrendous mistake. I think Canny just kind of maybe, like, just missed his braking zone or what, but we're going to have an opportunity here on the Mercedes. We do pounce ahead, and, well, there is a position. And yeah, now at this point, now we got some clean air, so we can kind of see what happens. But these two, they got DRS, and they're just kind of working together. So we kind of have to use some of our raw pace to see if we can catch up. But like I said, I mean, the pace does not feel too great on my side. Really just struggling with the car. Lap 6 now. And you can kind of see right here with the massive slide and just correcting the car there. And you kind of tell by my reaction, I mean, yeah, this thing is, it does not handle too well. Tires are really, you can't see the rear tires at the bottom, but we are kind of managing some sort of an issue with the rear tires. They are pretty hot. They're in the yellow. So, again, messing up with tire pressures or just cooking them. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not been great, but we are managing some sort of issue here, and we'll have to find out. Just monitoring them for a couple laps, and yeah. And honestly, it's more of just trying to, honestly, at this point now, it's just trying to just make it to our first pit stop window. And like I said, we are going to go for the one stop. Hopefully the one stop does work, but I expect some people to go for a one stop, but I think a two stop could be faster. So, but my gut is telling me it's a one stop strategy, and we stick to that plan. So, yeah, KLR is, he's going to box this lap, and I believe, actually his middle name is actually, it's Nightmare, so I'll just call him Nightmare. Nightmare stays out, and that is, yeah, I think that's, KLR, I think that's one of the other KLR boys that pitted as well, and I think, actually no, Nightmare did pit, so I thought it was KLR that was the only one coming into the box, but we're going to have to box this lap, and be careful not to cut this part of the track. I believe you can still get it 3 seconds. It was a bug on F124, but in the box we go for a set of hards.
Alright, yeah, yeah, that was not great at all. That's not what I needed. Wait, what the?
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go.
No, I wanted.
Job.
Why did it go
You
mediums?
had the
I
crew
picked
there,
hards.
mate.
What the hell?
With that.
Oh my god, mate.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this
Are
strategy.
you serious? I did not want to go onto this tire. What the hell is this? Oh my god, I got the Ferrari shot, bro.
Well, I was not amused with that call, but yeah, actually, this might actually be better than the one stop. But we're going to go for it, so change of plans. We're on the two stop strat now. We're going to have to box again. We're not going to make it on this tire. I mean, if you make it on this tire, then you are pretty good, but we're going to get disqualified if we don't pit for a set of hard tires. So, well, we're just going to use our raw pace on this tire. We're going to have much more of a pace advantage compared to everybody else, and we'll just see how much we can kind of capitalize. And next up is on our list, we have, I think that is Helion. I'm not even sure how you pronounce that, but another Haas. And I believe that is the owner of the league, so we're going to have an opportunity here to get past the owner driver. And we will make an opportunity here. Down on the inside, he's got the racing line. We're going to just sneak our nose in there, and we make the pass. So, pretty simple overtake. Honestly, nothing really too crazy, but we are through, and we're now up into P7. So, this race has really gone to crap. So, obviously, staying out that long did not help. And honestly, if I pitted for the medium tire, that tire honestly just made everything worse because we probably would have been maybe in the top 5. But yeah, so we're going to have to kind of work for that. And obviously we got undercutted by both the McLarens and the Kick Sauber. But like I said, we got the much more pressure tires. So to get around these guys, it's going to be tough, but I think we can make it work so far. So medium tires, they don't feel too bad. That first stint is always a bit tricky on your first stint, but this middle stint, honestly, it does not feel too bad at the moment so far. But lap 15, it's just one big it's just honestly just a DRS train. And the Kick does not have any DRS, I don't think, to a car in front, so he's just kind of running his own. But Bailey, I think yeah, I'm gonna say Bailey. He's just kind of back there as well. I think they're gonna swap positions as Bailey goes down the inside on Wes, and he makes that pass done. So the Kick has lost position, and Bailey moves up into P5. So obviously we're trying to get that P5 back, but it's yeah, it's pretty rough.
I'm just in a train here. Oh shit.
As we accidentally hit the back of the Kick Sauber. Was not my intention, so I did apologize to him after for that, but not mean to hit the back of him, just trying to make an opportunity here, and we're going to go around the outside of Wes, and next up is Bailey. So that is for the top 5. And Turfy, I think, is battling with Foxy and KLR, so those two are in for a fight. They got DRS. They're pretty quick. I'm struggling. So the struggle has it's been pretty. It's honestly the past 2 times I've raced here, the struggle has been pretty real. But back down the inside, we make an opportunity here, and we pass Bailey for position. And Bailey might go for it again, but he's 4/10 back, so he might go for it. But obviously, we don't have much battery to defend, so it's going to be pretty tough, I think, if he's going to go for it. I'm kind of hoping he does back out, but I actually know he's going to go for it, but he squeezes him around the outside.
Oh, I did not know he was on the outside. I'm so sorry. I'll have to get the place back.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
I just completely messed myself in the head. I'm going to have to get that back. We're here on the main straight.
We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in lap.
Oh man, that's so unfortunate. I just didn't see him there. That's my mistake. I'm gonna give it back.
That was pretty dirty, and thankfully we did give the place back, not trying to get a penalty for that. I just totally squeezed him out way too wide. That was not my intention. Honestly, if I get a penalty after the race, I honestly deserve that. That was pretty dirty from me, but yeah, now just kind of all over the back, and now we have to kind of work, but I think we're going to box this lap, and this might honestly be the call.
Alright, well, I'm going to have to box this lap anyway, so...
As we will go for the box this lap, so box this lap, onto the hard tires we go, fighting the car coming in into the penultimate corner as we head into the box for a set of hards.
Man, that 3 second did not help at all. I just got in my head. Alright, onto the hard.
Now we shall make it to the end of the race on this compound, so this actually will be a lot more preferred. So we go to the end, and here comes Wes. He's coming out of the box,
Yeah, just,
and we should jump ahead of the Alpine. That Mercedes is going to get ahead of Marshall, and he will get ahead of both of us. So Wes and obviously me, we now have to kind of get around this Mercedes, and obviously he's not helping. He's pretty off the pace. He's not too quick, obviously. I think he did kind of pit around the same time we did, so he's pretty slow at the moment. But we're going to be at this pack of Bailey, and I believe that is another KLR driver. That might be one of the other KLRs of, that might have been the Williams there that actually was there. But yeah, Marshall is going to get overtaken by Wes. Bailey is behind us on a set of mediums, so Bailey's going to have the much more of the pace advantage. And actually, that's Ethan Turfey that's in that pack. But Marshall, he's kind of made a little bit of mistakes. We're going to have to try to make a pass here. And not too much of an opportunity here on Marshall. He's got DRS, but we're going to go for it. We got a little bit much more better. We're going to try to work it around the outside we go. He gives us space, and that is a 10 out of 10 move around the outside. I will take that.
Well, that was amazing. That was a good move around the outside. I like that. I like that.
A move around the outside is always the best move, hands down. Just going to say that right now. But lap 21, Turfy. He's kind of doing something that I kind of did back at a couple, I think in LDR, and that was just using my battery to defend, because obviously Slipstream is pretty weak. And Turfy, I think he's doing that because his pace with a broken front wing is pretty impressive. So I think he's burning battery to just stay ahead.
Oh my god, he's going for it.
And Bailey, he was kind of going for it down on the inside there, and he's very aggressive, and I do like that. But he gives us space. He's very clean. Did not mean to push him off track completely the last time. I just completely misjudged it. But Bailey around the outside, his pace is pretty quick so far. And one of the Alpines, I think he's a lap down, and just I'm not sure what we're doing there. Slight mistake, I guess you could say, and just was kind of losing the car in the exit. So there goes another position.
There goes another one.
And now we're down to P8, and I think that's with a 3-second time penalty. So yeah, a couple people as well getting 3 seconds. That's a second track limits warning. One more, we're getting 6 seconds. So this has been the track limits situation that we've been dealing with the past couple weeks, where we've just been kept on getting off tracks. So gonna have to try to clean those up still for the next couple of, basically the rest of this stint for the next year or so on this game. And just the rear locking there.
Oh my god, he just...
Again, just still, and you can kind of judge by my reaction. Bailey, he was braking a little bit early than expected, and I was kind of getting caught off guard, but I don't know if it was that or just the rear they just were going when I was braking there, but I was not really sure what was going on. But Bailey, his pace is pretty dropped off like a rock, because he doesn't got much pace on those mediums anymore. And we're trying to get around him here, but still, you can just see you just fighting the car in the exits. And just trying to burn everything that we got. But yeah, so far, I mean, the rest of this race, it was just a big DRS train. We just couldn't really make a pass. We're keeping it pretty clean on track limits, and honestly just trying to make it to the end, but we jump ahead of Bailey, and we will stay ahead hopefully for the last lap. And we do make the move, and slight mistake there with rear locking, but last lap now. And yeah, honestly, the last like 10 laps, they were pretty boring. That's why I cut most of the footage out, because I don't think you guys wanted to see just a pretty massive DRS train. But Bailey, he doesn't have much battery, so he's not really going to have an opportunity here. We're just using our battery to defend. So Bailey, he's too far back, unfortunately, but Foxy's going to win this race. And we're going to come on, I think, P8, maybe maybe P7. So yeah, just trying to bring the car home to the end. It has not been the best of days on the racetrack. Oh no!
Wow, that's just the icing on the cake. I had the overtake button on. Man, that was terrible. That was another rough one. Yeah, I mean, no matter like what I try to figure out, I don't know. The past like 2 weeks I've raced in here. I mean, I mean, Baku wasn't bad. I finished like second on track, but no, it was fourth. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I mean, that mistake that I accidentally killed the McLaren on, that was my bad. Yeah, just well, I mean, this track was not my best friend, so I've never I've never had good races around here, so I mean, I'm not gonna try to make any excuses, but yeah, I mean, this track just doesn't suit me well. Seems like on last year's game and this year's game, it just doesn't sit right. You know what I mean? So, well, if we have to race here again, I'll just put more practice in. This track sucks. I hate this track with a passion. I don't like this track. I don't ever want to race at this track again. This track sucks. But yeah, it obviously was not the race that I wanted. Too many mistakes. Got to clean that up in general. But looking forward to hopefully trying to get better as we approach season 4, which I will be competing in Aero as reserve still, just in case. But I will be competing in there a lot more. But that is all for this video today, guys. I'm gonna get this video edited for you guys so you guys can watch this on time. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Catch y'all later.